Imagine streaming for 10 minutes and nobody heard what anything that you said. That just happened to me right now. So just want to apologize to the people that was in the live stream and couldn't hear anything. My microphone was disconnected. But today is August 10th, 2021, and we're going to talk about the resignation of the New York governor, Andrew Cuomo, the 56th governor who's supposed to be resigned due to some sexual harassment cases that was brought upon him earlier this year. And we're going to break it down. Hopefully you guys can hear me now. Appreciate the people who came back. So this was the headline by Fox News earlier today. Cuomo detractors say resignation shouldn't be end of scandal. Governors should be prosecuted and arrested. And the person in this article that is asking for his prosecution is this woman named Claudia Tini. Claudia Tini, the United States representative, born February 4th, 1961. And I want to read a statement that she quoted in this article. So look what it says. The corrupt reign of King Cuomo is over at last, but the fight for justice and accountability is just the beginning. Representative Claudia Tini, Republican from New York, said in a statement shortly after his resignation. Investigations into Cuomo's abuse of power, corruption, and criminal misconduct must continue. Cuomo should be immediately prosecuted not just for sexual harassment and assault, but also for his deadly nursing home policies and subsequent cover-up. And I just found these quotes to be very harsh coming from this woman, because this woman works for the same criminal enterprise that Andrew Cuomo works for. So you asking Cuomo to be prosecuted when you yourself should be prosecuted as well, Miss Claudia, because you guys notice her name in Gematria. Her name, she was born Claudia L. Tini. Her name is 56 and 79, like Society of Jesus. She works for the same criminal enterprise that Andrew Cuomo does. And of course, Society is also 187. This news of Andrew Cuomo is coming 187 days after her birthday. She was born on February 4th. Today is 187 days after her birthday. The woman who has the 56 and 79 name. I mean, what a mockery, right? So she's asking for Cuomo to get prosecuted. Meanwhile, she's working for the same criminal enterprise as Mr. Cuomo, the 56th governor of New York. I mean, these people are just pathetic, you know. But thank God for this code. We can see right through their bullshit, you know. If we didn't know this code, then, you know, I look at this like, wow, you know, shout out to Claudia. She wants the best for New York. But bullshit, these people are all the same. All the same. And notice, he used the phrase King Cuomo. King Cuomo is 108 like today's day, August 10th, which is written 10/8 like 108. And those vaginas also 108. And think about it. The 56th governor of New York, he is resigning due to sexual harassment cases. And notice the phrase sexual harassment is 56. This is the 56th governor of New York that's supposed to be perform these actions. And of course, that is the number that we've been talking about this year, last year, and probably before that. We've been talking about 56 for a very long time now. Notice all these words of 56, Society of Jesus, Washington, D.C., Anthony Fauci, coronavirus, Corona Del Mar, where Kobe Bryant was supposed to be buried at, toilet paper, mind control, Black Lives Matter, which was a big story last year with the death of George Floyd, power outage, unemployment, natural disaster, all 56. And here we have another one, sexual harassment by the 56th governor of New York. And I read that he was reelected back in 2018 on November 6th. Notice from his reelection to today's news is a span of 144 weeks exactly. And Jesuit order is 144. The same people that Claudia Tini works for, Andrew Cuomo works for. So how come she's not prosecuting her own self? You know, instead of asking for Cuomo to get prosecuted, she should say, you know, King Cuomo and myself should get prosecuted for a lot of other cover-ups as well, like the coronavirus agenda. Funny she used the cover-up, right? Meanwhile, there's a lot of other things that she left out, like the coronavirus scandal that has killed millions of Americans, millions of people worldwide. These people are pathetic. So look, this was the headline by CNN earlier today, and they wrote New York Governor Cuomo resigns. If you click on the headline, they put his first name there as well. And notice it sums to 144 forwards and backwards. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo resigns. So even these headlines are coded with these same numbers. This is the guy that was in office for 144 weeks after his re-election back in 2018. And like I was saying in my other video that nobody heard, 56 has been the number with the coronavirus agenda. And just think about how New York was the epicenter of the coronavirus and they had the 56th governor in power during the time of the pandemic. What I was saying earlier that nobody heard was if you do a Google search for coronavirus in 56, you're going to see all these headlines that code the number 56 in their headlines. And the reason why is because that is the number in these, well, that has been the number lately. I don't know exactly why they keep coding this number in there. Probably it's because it's the Jesuits doing all this, but this is the number. And the coronavirus is coded around that number the most. And it's also Wuhan coronavirus is also 222, and today's the 222nd day of the year. 222 is a big order out of chaos number as well, which I'll get into in a second. But if you do a Google search for coronavirus and type in the number 56, you're going to see all these headlines. Look, it says here that the new coronavirus strain is 56% more infectious. I just want to show you guys where they're getting these numbers from. All this stuff is fiction, bullshit. All this stuff is bullshit. They're just reporting nonsense, and they're just coding in the same numbers over and over and over again because they know a lot of you don't understand what these numbers mean. Like, look at this one. 56% of Americans blame the coronavirus crisis on the U.S. government. Now, how is that possible? Because in order for them to get this number and in order for this number to be accurate, they will have to ask every single American what they think about the coronavirus crisis and what do they blame the coronavirus crisis on. In order for them to get an accurate number, they would have to ask every single American. And I'm pretty sure that everybody that's watching this video, you guys have not voted on what you guys think the coronavirus crisis should be blamed on. So where are they getting these numbers from? They're getting these numbers because Society of Jesus and coronavirus and mind control and Anthony Fauci in Washington, D.C., they all equate to 56. And this is a big 56 ritual that the Society of Jesus is performing on the American public. And basically what they're doing with this headline is letting people know that if you want to know who to blame for the coronavirus crisis, the U.S. government is telling you it's the 56 crew. They're telling you who to blame for this crisis. But they're just doing it in a very subliminal way. Look, more 56 stories. Look at this. A wedding and birthday party infect 56 people, leaving nearly 300 in quarantine. 56 people get infected with coronavirus at a wedding? Only 56, huh? Meanwhile, there was hundreds of people there. All these stories, all these headlines are all bullshit, right? So the 56th governor being accused of sexual harassment is more bullshit. It's all a lie. It's all deception. And this woman's quote, this is bullshit. If we didn't know this code, then I will read something like this and I'll be like, man, salute to Miss Claudia, man, because she wants the best for New York City. Look how she's such against corruption. If I didn't know the code, that's what I'll be thinking. But then I'll look at it. Oh, once you apply the code, you'll be like, oh, look at that. Her name is 56 as well. So what are the chances that her name is 56? Is 187 days after the birthday. Her name is also 79, like Society of Jesus. And this is all coming 187 days after her birthday, man. Oh, no, she's down with this crew as well. All these people are making a mockery out of us because they know we don't understand their language, the way they communicate. They communicate with numbers. One last point. This reminds me a lot of Donald Trump as well, because he was always caught saying that he didn't mind groping women because he just had money and power, and he thought it was okay to grope women by the pussy. So this is, and what's funny? Today it's not 56 days after Donald Trump's birthday. It's actually 57. I'm surprised that it's not 56 days after Donald Trump, because this is definitely connected to Mr. Pussy Grabber himself. But so the last thing I wanted to say is that this coming on the 222nd day of the year, that's a big order out of chaos number. Order out of chaos is 222. New York is 222. And these agendas are for a bigger reason, population control. They're trying to influence people to have lesser relationships with each other. Really, that's what it is. That's what this whole social distancing is all about. That's what this whole germs is all about. They don't want less people interacting with each other. They want people scared of each other. That's what it is. The lesser interactions, the lesser people are going to mate and have kids and reproduce. They're trying to lower the population, really. That's what it is. And just think about what they came out today with CNN. Because all these stories are all interconnected. Actually, it was on TMZ. Supposedly, this stuff is just unbelievable how people buy into this. They're saying that the character Robin from Batman and Robin is a homosexual. I mean, I don't get how people can see this stuff and take it serious from any of these news networks. But they're trying to push the gay agenda. They want lesser people to mate with women. They want more men with men, more women with women. Because men with men cannot reproduce. And vice versa. But look at this. Robin comes out as bisexual. A cartoon character is bisexual. I mean, this stuff doesn't make any sense. But this is all programming. They're trying to push the gay agenda. How can a cartoon character have a sexual orientation? I don't understand how people can read this stuff and take it serious, man. But Miss Claudia's a fraud. Andrew Cuomo's a fraud. These are all actors by the Jesuit order. Don't believe anything they say, even when they come out with these quotes and they sound so against corruption. These people are corrupt. They are the corruption. So I'm gonna leave it there. Just want to show you what in Gematria, order out of chaos and all this stuff, because that's what all this stuff is. It's order out of chaos. 200. I spelled it wrong, right? Order. Oh yeah, I left the order out. So it's order out of chaos is 222. This new story is coming from New York. The New York governor, the 56th governor. New York is also 222. Just like Wuhan coronavirus, which was another order out of chaos agenda. And all this happening on the 222nd day of the year, on the day with 39 numerology. The New York number. Oh, Miss Claudia. Thank you for your remarks, Miss 56. So I guess I could leave it there. Yeah, just do a Google search for coronavirus in 56. You're going to see all these news headlines that constantly call the number 56 in there. And it's because coronavirus equals 56. If you do a Google search for coronavirus in 70, well, no, because coronavirus does equal 70. But if you do a Google search for coronavirus and let's say 75, you're not gonna see the same headlines coding the number 75 in their story. You see? Look. People over 75, essential workers, next for vaccine. You see, these headlines are way different than when we saw with the 56. 56% of Americans blame coronavirus on the government. 56 people infected with coronavirus at a wedding. You don't see that with any other number but 56. And look, the reason I say coronavirus is also 70 is because there's 4 ciphers. So in case you guys are new here and you're like, what is this guy talking about? He just said 56, now he's saying 70. So there's 4 ciphers in this language of Gematria. The alphabetic order forwards, the alphabetic order in reverse, and then the 2 ciphers where you incorporate the rules of numerology. Simple stuff. Coronavirus is 56 forwards, 70 in reverse. And, if you type in coronavirus in 70, you're going to see a lot of news stories with code in the number 70. Guarantee you that. But, so 56 has been the number. And today, the sexual harassment story. Hopefully I spelled it right. No, I didn't. There it is. Only, there you go. Her sexual harassment is 56. Coming from the 56th governor of New York. So there you have it. So, see you later, Mr. Pussy Grabber. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, everybody, and thank you for coming back.